Went for a bike ride for a little while, and I had to have my Uber driver come and pick me up. I got another flat tire. So I've got 1,200 miles, and this is my third flat. And I brought it into the bike shop, and they're supposed to put the best tube, the best this, the best that, so I wouldn't have a problem. I got a problem. So it looks like I got to do the research so I don't have a problem. So let me get the bike out of there, get the numbers off the tire, see what I can find, and get the electric put back together. I'll bring you back when I got everything tore apart. I'm back. The last time you saw me, we were unloading the e-bike out of the back of the Gator. Gene had to rescue me. And it is a wonderful day out here today. Maybe I'll get a bike ride in. I've been getting quite a bit of pony rides in on the horses. They're out there eating right now. Now, it's been a week since we talked last, and I had to get some supplies to put this bike back together. We got our Lectric XP 3.0. I've got about 1,200 miles on it, and I've had 3 flat tires. One of them I had to push about 6 miles in the sun, and one wasn't too bad, just down the road. And then the last one, Gene picked me up. That would have been a 5-mile push if Gene wasn't available at the Gator. I am sick of flat tires, and I thought I had the problem solved last time, about 1,000 miles ago. I spent $350 to have them replace the back tire tube, put some inserts in there, run flat, all kinds of stuff. That was pretty pricey, but just looking up and starting to do the research myself instead of relying on the bike shop, found out that the brand of tire that that they put on there was sort of middle of the road, which is a whole lot better than the electric tires that come from the factory. So one recommendation is, if you buy an electric bike, get an electric bike, or have an electric bike, this is the bare minimum that's required unless you like to walk a lot. And what we have is 2 new tires. I did some research. Allscape. HEB, they're $104 for 2 tires. The tubes, Ultraverse, you get 2 tubes in here, and these are for a 2x3, and the 2 tubes are $19. They're supposed to be a heavier duty set of tubes. I tried getting the best that I could. Somebody will have to let me know if there's something better, because I'll for sure get it. So back to the tires, that's a 20 by 3.0. Next thing I got are these liners right here. These are Fat Bike, $52 for a package of 2, and they fit the 20 by 3-inch tires. And those just sit right over the top of the tube. I got a little something extra here. I got the tire sealant that prevents flats. We'll see how that works. But that was $25, and it's supposed to get, I could probably do about four bike tires with this bag right here. And then also on the inside of the tire that I hope I can reuse, they've got those Run Flat by Tannus. I'll show you once we get that thing tore apart on there what those look like. So there's a whole lot to go in a set of bike tires besides air. So Let me get this thing figured out how to get it flipped over, and then figure out how to take those tires and everything off there. I did a little bit of YouTube searching, and the Lectric, they do have a very nice video on taking this thing apart. So we'll see what happens. I'm definitely not a bike expert, so we'll see how this goes. Taking the rear tire off. From what I got from the video, I've got a 5mm Allen wrench that I have to take this screw out here. Once I get that screw out, I've got a 17mm socket that I pop this out. I got to take and get rid of a couple of zip ties here, and it's supposed to pop right off there. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I found a real good YouTube video from Lectric on this exact model for pulling this off, which is going to do a whole lot better job than what I can show you. So let me go to work, get this tire off of here, and we'll bring you back when I start putting all the pieces together. That came out super simple and easy. Good job, Lectric bike, for making it user-friendly for getting that out of there. Oh, one other thing you got to do is you got to unplug your cable there. Make sure when you put it back together, put some dielectric grease in it. Well, that's what I'm going to do anyways. So, and then those are 2 screws that came out, along with the derailleur guard. And that was a 4mm Allen head and a 17 socket. Pair of nippers for the zip ties. Couple minute job. You know, I could probably bring enough stuff. I could do this on the side of the road. It'd be a whole lot quicker than walking back all them miles. So let's get this tore apart. And to tear it apart, oh, I didn't show you these. These are some these are Gorilla Force tire tools for bikes. Don't know how to use them, but they said they're for bikes and they're for inner tubes. They're about $7, so it wasn't bad. One thing on here, and then one other thing you're going to need is this Schrader valve remover here. So I think that tire is totally flat. There is no air in there, but we'll go ahead and we'll pop that out of there anyways. Maybe we won't run that out. This last tire had some sort of a tube sealant in there. I think that valve is frozen there. I got to put a handle on my tire stem remover. So I don't think there's any air in there. We'll just go take this off. That just sits under there. Goes all the way around. Oh, that was easy. It looks like they had a good quality protector in there already. We'll take and clean these up and figure out if I'm going to use the new ones or the old ones. This is what fits over the tube to help with tire protection. Now the other gadget that's in here that I told you about was, that I didn't buy a new one, was this tube protector. I think I found the problem. There's a hole in the tube protector. I think this is a low quality tube protector, Well, once I pull it apart, I'll check on the brand name on that. Yeah, so there's definitely some stuff that's been going on here. Well, this is a good quality. This is that Tannus Armor. That's supposed to be top of the line protector in there, but for me it looks pretty chintzy, and I don't know why we got all this stuff going on here with these holes in here. I didn't, as soon as I got a flat tire, I pushed it a little ways. I don't think I pushed it enough where I did all this damage to this liner in here. So, let me get this cleaned up and figure out what I'm going to do here. I might have to wait another week to get some new liners ordered here. I'm going to go ahead and reuse the Tannus Armor inserts, because they are top of the line according to the research I did, and they're $76 each for this. Seems a little pricey, but if they work, which I don't know, I've had 2 flat tires with these armors on there, and I'm probably going to go ahead and reuse my tube protectors also. They look like this was a good quality to begin with, and looks like they're in good shape. Not that I'm trying to be cheap, but to run the numbers of what it costs to run an electric bike. I've had that bike for 2 years, and currently if you add up what I have invested in that bike between the purchase price, the dual battery setup, the extra battery, several flat tire changes, change outs, and I've got 1,200 miles on it. Currently I'm at just around $2 a mile. If I want to go joyriding this electric bike down the road, it's $2 a mile to run it after 2 years, and I still have junk batteries on there where I can only get 24 miles of range with the dual battery setup on there. So technically I need 2 new batteries. So throw another $500 or $800 at that, and it'll be about $2.50 a mile to run an electric bike. I don't know if it's just the this specific bike, Lectric XP 3.0, or if that's all electric bikes, what it costs per mile. But $2 a mile, you're almost cheaper. Well, we got a freaking 1-ton pickup truck out there. You could probably run it at about the same price as what it costs to run this electric e-bike here. Yeah, numbers aren't mathing out. Anyways, let me just put this whole thing back together here. I don't know if this is the right way to put this whole thing together, but this is the way I'm doing it. To hold this liner in place, I had a hard time keeping it centered on the inside of the tire, so I just took some masking tape, got this centered on here, so at least it's going to stay centered until I just give it a little puff of air, and that's going to hopefully hold this armor in place here. Well, let me get the tube stuffed into here, and then let me get all this stuff onto there. Then we can have a bike. Got everything all tucked in there, nice and pretty. Everything stayed in place because I taped on that top liner. These little Gorilla Force tire bars, those things work pretty slick. I like them. For $7.50, that was the cheapest, best investment I made on this electric bike so far. This is going together pretty well. One thing they don't show you on the video is you got to be careful to make sure you get this little piece of aluminum collar right here That's a square, and that fits into that little rectangle groove. And that drops in there like that. Then I can't remember which way this was routed, my cable here. I'll get that figured out. This side's pretty straightforward, just got to make sure the tabs line up. I get my rock guard back on my derailleur. And we're going to be in shape here. I forgot one step. I didn't put my tire sealant in. Let me let all the air back out of that thing and put it together. Speaking of air, right now this tire that we have on here, this brand of tire, calls for up to 40 pounds of air. So I think it's a little bit better tire than these that I took off of there that the bike shop put on. That's that CTS Big Boat. These only call for 30 pounds of air. So I think they started me out with a lower quality tire to begin with. So hopefully those will do it. And it might be partly my fault why things slipped around in there and we got wear in there, is because those call for 30 pounds of air. I was always running those about 20 pounds of air in those, because otherwise the ride is so frickin' hard. Maybe that had something to do with it. So I guess I'm gonna have to toughen my ass up a little bit and keep a little bit closer eye and keep the higher pressure in there. So I got these set at 30 pounds, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to get the air adjusted in those, and I think we're going to get a bike ride in yet today, because it's pretty nice out there. The bike is put back together. We're going to go for a ride. I like to put about 24 miles, 20 to 24, but that's all I can get, because that's all my batteries will take me on here. But I know I was saying about the cost per mile to run this, over $2 a mile to operate this electric e-bike. But you know what? You're paying for smiles per mile. So, watch me smile. Well, that's it, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm gonna go put my ride in. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.